And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Now a 3 at the buzzer. First half comes to an end. The Raptors have the lead.
The Raptors.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Ball's controlled by Lowry. To Ibaka. Scores from the post.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that.
Let's go, fellas. It's go time.
Substitutions.
Fultz into the front court. His guys trail by 10. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play. That cuts it to a 7-point game. Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Here comes the screen.
Screen left coming, screen left coming, screen left.
Takes stock of the floor. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down on the step back. That was not easy.
Look, no one was more disappointed in how the 18 season ended than Kyle Lowry. I'm sure he's been playing those games over and over in his mind like a bad nightmare. I would be shocked if we don't see a bigger edge and a bigger chip on his shoulder, because the reality is they need to start finding some answers in the 6 and quick.
First one goes down. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Lowry into the front court. His team on top by 8. They'll get it down to the big finish. Full head of steam that time.
These are missed opportunities. When a guy puts his head down, the help defender closest to the ball, you need to get your hand and scrape inside them. If he has his head down, he can't see you coming from the blind side.
Lowry with it. His team leads it by 10. Oh, blocked away. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Danny Green. No good, and no foul. Another follows, still no good.
And that's next level defense. The defender
Stuffs it down with authority. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Lowry. Driving right to the basket. Shot by Anunoby, no good. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Team foul number 5. Toronto Raptors are in penalty.
First try at the line, no good. Missed the second, 0 for 2. I don't know what the defender was doing there, but count the points.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Has a chance. Lowry with a shot that's no good. Screen coming. Great looking vision. He's looking for that touch.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is
Slams it down. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views, and I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first three have lived up to the billing.
3 quarters down. The Raptors in front. It's been a compelling game so far.
Come on, y'all, let's go get it. It's on us.
Substitutions, Philadelphia. Substitutions, Toronto.
Leonard to right. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Slams it down, and there was no stopping him that time.
Clean up in aisle 4. Repeat, clean up in aisle 4. If there's anyone from the weak side that wants to participate in this game defensively, please raise your hand.
Missed it. Not much more you can ask for from the defense there.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Stuffs it down with authority. He dared them to get in the way.
So many players try to get pretty with the game. They want to dance. They want to do all these tricks. Maybe a God Sham guy. But sometimes you got to revert back to the old school style of the way we play the game. Just put your head down and stop me if you can.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors. Here's Leonard for 2. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Covington. Add 2 points to the board.
In the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Valanciunas to Leonard. Has a look. Not today.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Stuffs it down with authority.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Ball's controlled by the Raptors. To Monroe. Curling inside. From the painted area, won't go down. Covington. Got a piece of him.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Off the mark. Not a high percentage shot.
Closing out or contesting his shot is a really bad idea because now the offense knows they can extend you away from the basket, and that's away from your original position as being a help defender.
And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Knocks down the first. Two for 2 on that trip. Toronto has the basketball to Van Vliet. Goes reverse to lay it in.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw's good. A three-point play puts them back up by a couple. Now a whistle, and Toronto is going to use a timeout. And this is where the coaches earn their cash. Let's see what they design down by 2 here in the final minute of play. Right. Gets it in the right corner. Leonard. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Now the Raptors going to use a timeout. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Right. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. So possession remains with Toronto. Right. Kawhi Leonard. Shot for Leonard, no good. Whistle blown. In the eyes of the ref, intentional.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Trying to cash in. Not that time. The Sixers are victorious as they take care of business at home. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen.